This is the Stassi residence, and we're going to be doing a yard cleanup that is going to include pruning and then removing a lot of plants. So starting out with this planter bed right here, we're going to prune this podosporum underneath. There are volunteers growing through it, so we're going to do our best and dig out all the volunteers, cut them down and remove them, so only the podosporums here, and make this an even shape, even it out so it's a nice round shape. The client did mention she doesn't necessarily want it to fill in the whole planter bed, so trim the sides to make it an even shape. This one right here, she did mention she likes it to be like a mushroom shape, so we're gonna clean out the branches on the bottom, and then we're gonna prune it down to about 5 or 6 feet. If you look inside, you can see where it was pruned before, so we're gonna prune it the same way. It is going to remove a lot of foliage, but when it grows back, it's going to look really nice. So about this high, and then we want to round it on top and then skinnier on the bottom, so kind of like a mushroom shape. There are volunteers like this throughout the garden, so this one's growing directly off a root, so we'll cut it off. Stuff like this, we're going to dig it out whenever we can. These lower pedlums here are spreading throughout the whole planter bed, so we're actually going to dig out all the lower pedlums inside here. There's a bunch of little sprouts right there that we need to dig out. This big one, if you walk around, you could see that it grows all the way to here, and we're going to remove all of that. This bush, similar to the one on the other side, we're going to trim it like a mushroom, 5 to 6 feet tall, rounded on top and then skinny on the bottom. More lower pedlums in here, we're going to remove them. And then there are boxwoods in here, so 1, 2, and there's actually a third one in there as well. I don't know if it's showing through on the video, but the boxwoods, she wants them to be window height, which looks to be about 2 feet. So we're going to remove a lot of growth on these boxwoods, and she does want them to be skinny, so they're separate. So we're going to make them really narrow, almost like a cone, but not pointy on top, just rounded on top. So kind of like rounded pillars. 1, 2, 3. This area here, the podosporum needs to get taken back a lot, to round it off, so it's off the pathway as much as possible. It is going to remove quite a bit of growth, but the weather's cooling down, so it should be fine. And then everything else in this planter bed we're going to remove. There's some bushes here, volunteers, just dig all of that out. Do our best to dig out as much of the roots as we can. There is irrigation, so we'll have to be extra careful. This planter bed here, same treatment for these boxwoods. So these are actually more as a hedge. I don't think we can safely separate them and make them skinny, but we'll double check with the client as long as she's okay with it. It's a little risky, but we can. There's 4 of them here. 1, 2, 3. Actually, there's 5 of them here. Let me see that. Yeah, so these are planted a lot closer. This right here is actually 5 bushes, so we'll see if she wants to separate them, but we are going to take them down to window height, that's for sure. 2 feet high. Some more, oh yeah, this vine right here, we're going to dig it out and remove it. We're going to leave the trellis, we'll prop it on the side of the house, but remove that. There are weeds as well that we're going to pull out, the weeds. There's 3 lower pedlum plants. We need to do a really good job to dig them out. The client might have 3 1-gallon plants that she's going to pick up from the nursery. If she does have them here for us, we're going to install them where we dig out these plants. This breath of heaven is getting removed as well. There's some asparagus fern, 1 or 2. No, that's 1 asparagus fern. We're going to dig that out. This I think it's called a mogo pine. I can't remember the name, I apologize, but we're going to just trim it, shape it up, so it's under control. There's actually a pine like that. I believe that there's one in there as well, so we'll shape it up as well. Here's a volunteer in here. We're going to dig that out. Some weeds in here. This ground cover, we're going to dig that out as well. There's some weeds in here, and then there's a volunteer growing through these bushes that we're going to clear out as well. And that is it. Clear all that out, blow out all of the debris, and then haul it to the green waste, to the landfill, I mean. I wanted to check here. I think there was a mogo pine here. Yeah, there is a mogo pine. This is the one I missed. So this mogo pine stays definitely. We're just going to shape it and just hedge trim it on top and the sides to kind of round it off, and that's it.